So, trying to think of the best way to do this. Okay, I'm going to take attendance first. So we've got Ava Botcherby. Okay, this is Ava over here. Ella Butcher. There's Ella. David Chapman. Okay, David, we got to get you a table here. I'm going to move people around. Taylor Cureton. Taylor. Okay, this is Taylor. Eliza Girton. There she is. I've known Eliza a long time. Avery. We got Avery Haney. Ella, right here. There's two Ellas?
Ella May and Ella.
Where's Ella May?
I know Ella May and Ella June.
You're Ella May?
And she's Ella June, so May.
Okay. Ella May. Can we call you Ella May? Can we call you that?
No.
And Ella June?
No, don't call me
And Ella June. Wyatt? Wyatt's right there. Gideon? Gideon's right there. Selah? Right there. No, okay, shh. Noah? Gotcha. Abigail? Got her. Isaiah? Got him. Liam? Got Liam. Lottie? And the other Wyatt. The other Wyatt. Okay. All right, so I want to get this fixed here. David, come right here. No, we're not going to use crap. We're not going to use crap in here, though, David. All right. Okay, so David's going to sit there, and I want to get you turned around too here so I can see you. So why don't you guys? Can you just come sit right here?
There's a seat right here.
David's good.
That's not gonna go.
Yeah, let's go right here. Okay, just so I can see you all. Okay. All right. So this class today is going to be uber important. Okay, because we are going to go through like everything that needs to be done for this class. Okay. So I need you guys to pay super good attention. I'm trying to get into a spot that Zoe can also see me. So Zoe is our friend. Lottie knows Zoe, right? Zoe, there's Lottie over there. Who else knows Zoe? Abigail. There's Liam. Do you remember her, Hodges? She was here last year, okay? Zoe, and she's actually going to be here in a couple weeks. In 2 weeks, she's going to be here. But Zoe's going to be living abroad, and she's going to be doing class with us remotely. Okay, so we're going to include Zoe and everything. Sometimes she might be able to be on the call, sometimes not. Okay, so first of all, how many of you have gotten into Google Classroom and have seen it? Have you, Eliza? Have you seen what we're doing in Google Classroom? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Who has not? Have you seen it yet? Okay. So, here is how this is going to work. And your parents, I'm trying to get all of my stuff here. I had a class before you guys, so I just have stuff everywhere. Your parents know about this, okay? So, you are going to be checking in on Google Classroom every day. You guys understand? This co-op class is not like normal co-op classes where you just show up on Monday, happy day, go home. This is English, history, and for some of you guys, Bible too. All right? Now, I wanted to make sure I have those of you who are not doing Bible. Do you guys know that? Eliza, you weren't going to do the Bible. One of the Hodges wasn't doing the Bible. Is that correct? You're not. You're doing it somewhere else? Okay. Let me double check that. Okay, so who else, does anybody else know if they were a person who was not doing, I thought there was one more. I don't think David's doing Bible, is that right? Tell me your name again. Taylor. Okay, it may take me a second to get names. I'll get them. So let me just double check and make sure I have that set correctly in my computer. So, okay, so Gideon is not taking it. Kristen Girton, who is this Miss Girton. Whose last name is Dick? Who's Christy Dick's daughter?
Abby.
Abby, where is she?
She might have got the classes mixed up. I saw her today.
Oh, I know what Abby's doing. Never mind. I know it. Could you put this on my door outside? Just stick that outside. I remember what's going on with Abby. I forgot.
Is she gonna see?
Don't worry about it. Okay, so David is not doing it. And
Where do you think? Is there something?
in the window. See if somebody can help her.
I can help her.
Taylor, what's your last name? Okay, so you're under your mom's name in here, Stephanie. Who else is not taking Bible? You are. Was that it? Those 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got to make sure I have that correct. Okay, so here's how this works, guys. Every day, you get into your Google Classroom and you see the assignments that are due for the day. Okay, now you haven't seen this yet, but everybody else has, okay? Tell me your last name.
Butcher.
Okay, Butcher. So your mom is familiar with this. I've been in touch with her. So today, your job when you get home is to log into Google Classroom and see the assignments. You guys got that? There won't be anything you have to do today, but they're going to start off tomorrow. You're going to start with assignments. So this notebook that you have, I want you to keep anything for our class in here. All right? I actually have an assignment for you today, and Zoe, you have that, right, at home. But I forgot to punch holes in it. That's actually something, Emily, would you be able to see if we have a 3-hole puncher anywhere? Sure. Maybe in the office downstairs? That would actually be great. I forgot to punch holes in these. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys these today, and you're going to do them. Okay, so how many of you guys started reading one of the books? Okay, does anyone have one of those to turn into me today that they're done with? Okay, bring that up to me if you're done. Does anybody need a new one today?
Me.
Okay, so David, here's what I have.
I finished Breach Code.
You finished that. Did you do the questions on it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I did Breach Code too.
Pardon?
Do we bring you the questions?
You do not have to bring me the question. You can bring me the questions. You can. I'll take those. Okay?
I had finished Breach Code too, so.
Yeah. Okay, let me get what she's done with. Okay, so here's how this works. When you are done reading a book, you answer the questions for it. I don't have to see your answers to the questions. Does everybody get that? I'm going to post, I haven't done it on all of them. I'm going to post the answers. First of all, also, you guys can call me Wendy. I'm sorry, I should have told you all that. So, David, you need to choose a new book, okay? There are 16 books that you have to read throughout the year, okay? I would advise you to try to read one about every 2 weeks. Does everybody get that? How often are you going to try to read a book?
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. You can go in any order that you want, that you have a copy of the book. Wyatt, are you going to be able to pay attention there? Yeah, okay. So, everybody now has a book they're working on, correct?
I need one.
You need one. Come here. Come pick one of these. Okay? Don't lose your book. Okay? I have one copy of each book. You lose it, your mom or dad's going to have to pay me for the book because I'm going to have to buy a new one. So don't, oh, fantastic. All right, would you be able to hole punch these? And then each kid is going to get a 1, 2, and a 3, 4. And so if you could just hole punch them on that side and then give them to them, that would be awesome. Zoe already has hers. Okay, so each time you finish a book, bring it back to class. And I'll have them in my handy bag, and you can find one you haven't read before. We might run into problems at the end a little bit if everybody's left the same book for the end, okay? But hopefully it'll work out that everybody's doing that. Okay, so does everybody understand about the book reading?
Yes.
Those assignments are on there in the Google Classroom. You'll see them with your mom. Once you figure this out, it'll make more sense, okay? And you go through and you answer your questions yourself with your parent. If your parent doesn't want to look at them, you're welcome to upload them to me and I'll look at them. You can just look at them yourself. And once you tell me, I did the questions, I read the book, you get a 100 on that assignment. Does that make sense to everybody? Any questions about that? Yes.
Are we supposed to like message you that we've done the questions and done the book?
What you can do is you can turn in the assignment on Google Classroom, okay? There's going to be a little learning curve with Google Classroom. Don't worry about it. You can just click turn in. You turn it in, you're done. All right?
How do you turn it in?
How do you turn it in? On Google Classroom, when you get an assignment, I'm going to log out here and I'm going to log back in as Abigail. All right. Anybody who wants to see this, come on up here. Abigail, will you hold this so Zoe can see it? Anybody who wants to see this, who doesn't feel comfortable with Google Classroom, come walk up here a little closer. Okay, if you feel like you got it, then don't stress too much. Okay? So here's what you're going to do. Okay, so you're going to go to classwork. I've logged in as Abigail. Okay, here are Abigail's assignments. Now look down here. You can view more, right? Okay, so we're going to go down here. We're going to view more. Got all her assignments. Okay, so let's say that Abigail read Helen Keller. All right? She clicks right here, and it's got the assignment, and you can go to view instructions. Now, I've already posted the questions. I haven't posted the answers on Helen Keller yet. Does everyone see that? I'm getting to those. I'm a little behind on posting the answers. I hope to maybe get that done today or tomorrow. So once you read it, you just go right here and you mark it as done. Does everybody see that? And then it's done. And then I know it's done and I'll give you a 100 for it. If you have any trouble with that, then just leave me a comment that says, Miss Wendy, I finished reading this book, and I'll do it for you. Everybody got that? All right, go back to your seats for a minute. We'll put Zoe back over here. All right, so is everybody kind of following that? A little bit. Don't worry if it's a little confusing. Google Classroom's really friendly and it will make sense. Okay? So that's the first thing. Now, each day, so we're going to pretend to be Abigail right here. Each day that you come in here, okay, I'll show you how this works. Where is it, Abigail, that you can look at the work that's just do that? Oh, to do. So over here on the side, guys, here, hold this for Zoe too, although she'll probably figure this out. Over here on the side, you see this to do right here? If you go to do, it will show you what assignments you have that are due. Now, it's going to have all those reading assignments that are there, okay? But it's also going to have anything that's due this week. And it'll say the date. See that? Tuesday, September 12th. There's your Bible assignment. Now, those of you who are not taking Bible, it won't show up for you. Okay? It just won't show up because I have a way to get your name off of it. For that. Are we one short?
You cannot do me.
Yeah, let's not do Abigail. She's my kid, and I'll get hers later. Yeah, that'll work. So you can look at your assignments, okay? So there's assignment on Tuesday, you have a Bible assignment. On Thursday, you're going to have a Bible assignment. On Friday, you're going to have a Bible assignment. And the assignments are going to pop up on the screen. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so here's how it's going to work. Every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, there will be a Bible assignment that comes up for you guys. Okay? All you do is do what it says on there. That's it. Okay, there's 2 books that go with the Bible assignment. They're these 2 books that I will talk about. Does everyone that's taking Bible have these? Yes? Does anyone not? You don't have them?
I don't think so. I don't order them.
I don't think so.
You don't have this one. Okay. Check with your mom.
Okay.
All right, leave me a comment and tell me if you in fact have them. Is your mom going to get this one? Do you know? Remind me to talk to your mom about that too. We'll figure it out. Okay, don't stress about it. Yeah, we can probably put Zoe down here again for a little bit so Abigail doesn't have to hold her. Zoe, you have these, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Zoe's got those. So those of you in Bible will need these 2 books. If you don't have them for any reason, let me know. Okay? Each day you go on there on Tuesday morning and there's going to be a Bible assignment. Okay? So let's look at, and I've already posted that one. Did everybody see it? I posted it so you could kind of see it and see what it's going to be each day. So it has, and it tells you what to do. It says Bible. It says in starting strong this whole week you have to read chapter 1, and it tells you what to do. It tells you what to read. And then it has some videos at the bottom that you listen to. So all you do is you do everything in your Bible assignment on Tuesday, and then what do you do when you're done? Mark is done, and Bible is done for the day. You'll have a Bible assignment Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Everybody understand that? Okay, you also, of course, have your reading assignments that you can do whenever you want. Now, I'm going to be checking on that. If we're like 6 weeks in and you haven't turned any in, hey, I'm not getting anything. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I had 2 in a row, so I've been out of it. Okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay, you got to keep up on your reading. Okay, this is something that if I look and I'm like, man, Ella, you haven't read any books. You are going to be reading 16 books in 1 week. I'm going to be like, Ella, come on, you got to turn a book in. Okay? And I might even put a 0 in to say, come on, Ella, we got to get a book read. All right? Those are easy grades, though. If you do it, you get 100. Okay? Now, you're also going to see on there a couple of days here and there, poetry. These are really easy. All you have to do is read the poem I post on the thing. Okay? So if you go to Abigail's classwork and you go to her to do, all right, this week, let's see if it's listed. I may not have it posted on there yet. There'll be one that says poetry. Okay? You just read the poem, and guess what you do after you read it? Mark is done. That's it. Sometimes I might ask you for an assignment, sometimes not. Okay? There's also 2 books that we are reading through on your own pace here in the next 2 weeks. Not on your own pace. I shouldn't say that. It has a date you have to read it by, but you can go ahead if you want. Okay, it's these 2. How many of you guys saw those on the classroom? Okay. This is a really, really cool book. It's written in poetry form, which was really weird when I opened it, but I really liked it. Okay, about a guy in Britain who helped stop slavery. And then this is just a fun novel that I have a lady online that's reading. And when it's done, I might ask you one quick question or something. You answer the question, you mark it as done, and you turn it in. Okay? It'll have a due date on it so you know if you haven't gotten these done on time. Does that make sense to everybody? Don't worry if you don't stress. Okay, let's say it's Wednesday and your family's going to Dollywood. All right? And you didn't get your stuff done. Then on Thursday, you get your stuff done. Try to stay on the days if you can. It will make it easier for you. But we're homeschoolers. So you may have something that comes up. That's okay. All right, so I'm not going to be like, oh,
Wendy?
yes, Zoe.
So I have 2 questions. First of all, on William Wilberforce, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
It says that on the day 2, it says you have to do like a quiz or something. What is that quiz?
Let me check it out. I don't remember that there was a quiz. Chapter 2 on William Wilberforce?
Day 2.
Pardon?
Day 2.
Day 2. Let me see a second. What does the actual title of it say, Zoe?
Oh, I don't really remember. It says like at the top, instead of saying right.
Oh, okay. Oh, what does it say? It says,
I don't remember.
okay, when you see it, Zoe, just leave me a comment.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes it'll say, this may be what you're confused about, Zoe. Sometimes out to the side, it says quiz. Okay, that may be what you're thinking, Zoe. See how this says quiz right here?
Yeah, I think I do.
Can you see that? Can she see it?
Yeah.
We're not sure. Okay, but it's not a quiz, it's just a quiz grade. Okay, so I have everything in the classroom either as a quiz grade, which is smaller, or a test grade, which is bigger. All right? So it may say quiz, but it doesn't mean it's a quiz. What was your other question, Zoe?
Oh, and how can I, like, how am I going to be able to do the schoolwork when we're driving? Because, like, I'd be 3 days behind if I don't do it.
Yep, and that'll be fine. That'll be fine. If you're 3 days behind, I'm not worried about you at all. Okay? So not a problem. You're going to get behind on stuff or you're going to get ahead on stuff. It's not going to be a problem. Right, Noah? You two okay over there? Okay. All right. So that's that. Now, you are also going to have history. Everybody's got history. Okay? There are 2 history books. This is one of them. When history pops up on a day and it says you got a history assignment, you do your history. You don't have the books for this because I didn't want you all to pay $45 for this book. So I have the copies of it for you on there. Everybody following? Good? So this week, you're just going to log in there. You're going to go, oh, here's the 4 things I have to do on Monday. You're going to do them. Or here's the 5 things I have to do on Tuesday, and you're going to do them. And if you have ballet all day and you don't get to it on Tuesday, what will I tell you? Do it Wednesday. All right, you just do it. You don't want to get 5 days behind and be like, I have 5 Bible assignments to do for the week. That's going to be annoying. Okay? You want to try to stay on the day. All right? And then when you get here on Monday, you want to be caught up. Now, there's also vocabulary. And here's what I need you to let me know. Vocabulary is optional. And I've asked some of you. I don't think anybody right yet has told me they're not doing the vocabulary. You need to discuss it with your parent if they want you to do the vocabulary. Okay? If they do, listen to what I'm going to say. There's 2 options for vocabulary. How many 4th graders do I have in here? Do I have any 4th graders? And I'm just ballpark your grade. I know we're homeschoolers. We don't really know what we are sometimes. 5th grade-ish? Okay? 6th grade-ish? 7th grade-ish? 8th grade-ish? Okay. So we got a wide range. Okay? So there's 2 choices for vocabulary. There's a 4th grade option and a 7th grade option. Okay? If you're a 7th or an 8th grader, you should probably be trying the 7th grade one. If you're a 4th or a 5th grader, maybe the 4th grade. If you are someone who struggles with reading or has dyslexia or struggles with words, your mom might say, let's just do the 4th even though you're an 8th. It's fine. You pick which grade you are doing the 4th. You have it. You're doing a different book, Zoe. You have your Wordly Wise book, right? You're doing the 7th with Abigail.
Okay.
And you've been working on that anyway, so you won't even need to worry about that.
Is that on?
My Wordly Wise?
It's Wordly Wise.
I'm almost done with that.
Exactly. So you're going to be fine.
Is that on Google Classroom?
That will be on Google Classroom as well, the copies. Okay? All right. I think I've covered everything. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm good.
Okay, so what we're going to do on Mondays is we are going to go over some language arts that you're going to need for the week. So Miss Emily gave you copies, correct? They have holes in them. Put them in your notebook. Okay, the one I gave you. Okay, and Zoe, you may not have a notebook yet, but you've got those, and when you get here, I have a notebook for you. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you're going to put those in there, and we are going to look at them together. Okay, so open up to your language arts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this in class today, and then you're going to work on this throughout the week. And I'm going to have it written on there. Make sure you've done this. Make sure you've done this. Make sure you've done this. If you don't understand something, you can leave a comment at any time and say, Wendy, could you explain verbs again? And I'll explain it again. I'll also sometimes have a video up that you can watch again. Remember, it's a little tricky, right? Because we don't meet every day, so we got to kind of do this remotely. Some of you guys I see at other places. You can ask me. All right? I may not remember what I'm talking about, but I'll try. Okay, so here's how this is going to work. Everybody's on page 1, right? Everybody's on page 1. Okay. Each week, there's going to be a dictation passage. Does everybody see that? When you come back to class in 1 week on Monday, I am going to give you a quiz. And it is going to be this dictation passage that's right here on page 1. Does everybody see it? And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read it to you, and you are going to write it with perfect grammar and perfect punctuation. Now, if any of you have issues with that, because and we all have issues, just have your parent let me know, okay? If you've got processing things, or you've got dyslexia, or you got issues, it's no problem. Everything is workaroundable. So don't go, oh my gosh, I can't take this class. She doesn't know, I can't do this dictation. No, okay? I'm constantly changing things for people that might have an issue. So if you are somebody that just has a really hard time with that, that's okay. We'll talk about it. Does everybody get that? Don't go home and go, Mom, I can't do this because she's going to make me do this. No, your mom and I are going to talk about it, or your dad and I are going to talk about it. We're going to come up with a plan. But for the majority of you, you're going to do this dictation. So here's what you're going to do on Monday in 1 week. You're going to pull out a piece of paper, okay? And I'm going to say, here we go, Eliza. You ready? And she's going to say, I'm ready. And I'm going to go, it was not once upon a time. It was precisely the 27th day of January in the year 1849. And I'm going to read it to you. And I'm going to read it slow enough that you can write it down. But you have to have studied it. And what are you actually, do you have to memorize it? No. But what do you have to make sure you know? Punctuation. Okay? You also have to make sure you know how to spell the words in it. So, for example, the word California is in there. If that's a hard word for you, practice the word California. Everybody got that? Now, this is something you can practice with your brothers and sisters or with your parent. You can go up to your mom and say, hey, Mom, read me the dictation passage, right? And you practice it at home. Now, you notice a few things in there. You've got a dash in there, or a long dash. That's kind of a pause between words. It was not once upon a time. And then you put that longer. It's not like a hyphen, like if your name's Mary Beth and you have a little dash in your name. It's not like that little, it's a longer one. Does everybody see that? It was not once upon a time. It was precisely the 27th. There's a hyphen. So when you write the word 27th, you have to have that hyphen or it's wrong. Everybody get that? And then you have to have a period after the 1849. You do not have to have that little number 1 at the end. That is just a footnote that when you go to the bottom tells you what book we got that from. What book did that come from? Who can tell me?
The Great Horn Spoon.
The Great Horn Spoon, there it is. It's just telling you what book that came from. Okay? So on Monday, that's going to be your assignment. I will remind you of that on Google Classroom. I will have on there, you'll see it, because when you leave today, when you log in, I might not have it all up tonight. I'm going to try. But tomorrow morning, when you get on your school for class, okay, you're going to look at it and you're going to go, oh, dictation. Yeah, I got to remember to do that. Oh, poetry. Okay, I got to do that. It's going to tell you what to do every day. But keep in mind, you are taking 3 classes from me. English, history, Bible. So how much, some of you are not doing the Bible, okay? But how much time do you think it's going to take you each day to do school with me?
About 30, 45 minutes.
Probably, hi.
Do you need that podium?
I do not need the podium. You may have it. Thank you. You're welcome. You going to go preach to somebody? Can somebody help Miss Allison there?
Just do it in your classroom. I got it.
Okay. So it's going to tell you what to do every day, but I would imagine it will take you 30 to 45 minutes per subject. About. Some days it might take you 5. Some days it might take you an hour. But you got to think, when your parent does school with you at home, outside of English, history, and Bible, what other subjects do they need to do with you?
3.
What else? Math and science.
And right shop.
You're doing right shop also, but really you usually have about 5 subjects. Now some of you guys might be taking an art, or you might be taking a music or a dance or something like that, but you usually have 5 subjects: about English, history, Bible, science, and math. I am 3 of them. Okay? That means you should expect that it might be 2 hours each day that you are doing work for me. And you shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, it's 2 hours. This is a 3-part big class. Okay, and a lot of your parents, you've done Sunlight before, right? Some of you, how many of you guys have done Sunlight before? Okay, this is a combo where it brings the English, history, and Bible all together in one package. So don't be like, oh my gosh, I got all this stuff. Yeah, expect about 2 hours worth a day. Okay, now some days you may be able to zip through. Some days you may go, oh, I got a lot of free time today. I'm going to get 3 days worth of stuff done. And you do. Okay? But expect it to be some work. So what I suggest you do is in the morning, you get up, you go on Google Classroom and you go, okay, here's my Tuesday assignments. Sometimes I will post ahead, like I did with Wilberforce and the turkey walk. Why do you think I did that, Selah? So you can do it early if you want. I'm not going to do that on everything. Like I'm not going to do it with the Bible because I don't want you getting ahead 5 days. That's a lot. Now, if you're going out of town, Lottie, and you want to go, Miss Wendy, could you please post my Bible so I can get it done before I go on vacation? I can do that for you. But I'm not going to. I may do it with you also per thing that we discuss. Okay? But I don't want people to get bogged down seeing it all at once. All right? So each morning there will be some new stuff posted for you. You turn it in. All right? Okay, so that's the dictation. We just talked about that. Now, let's read below the dictation. So what's going to happen on Monday? What's your name again? Ella May. What's going to happen on Monday? In 1 week. A quiz on? Look at your paper. Dictation. It's going to be on Monday. All right, now let's look at the mechanics practice here. What do pizza, gym socks, your backyard, and the President of the United States all have in common? They stink?
Yeah.
What are they smell good? What, Eliza?
A noun?
A noun, yes, and even more than a noun. So a noun is a person, place, or thing. Now you are welcome to write on this piece of paper. So if you want to put a big star by that, you can, so you remember it. A noun is a person, place, or thing. A proper noun, what is a trick to know if something is a proper noun?
It targets something specific.
Target something specific, has a capital letter. A proper noun is going to have a capital letter. Okay? So Liam is a proper noun, capital L. Okay? Maryland, the state, capital M. Who's lived in another state? Okay, what state? Colorado, capital C. Okay, who's lived in another country? Where? Turkey, okay, capital T. All right, name of a restaurant. Give me a name of a restaurant that's here. Applebee's, capital A. All right, those are capitals, and those are called what, Isaiah? Proper nouns. So make a big star there. Remember that, because you're going to need that this week when you do your assignments. You need to know what a noun is and a proper noun. You guys got it? Tell me your name again. Wyatt. Okay, I'm just trying to get names. Okay, did you know that nouns can also denote gender? So nouns can be male or female. Now you guys probably don't even think about this because you speak English and you just do it. Okay? But an ant, A-U-N-T, is she a female or a male? Female. She's a female. A hen. How many farmers do we got here?
I used to be one.
Okay. What is a hen? It's a female chicken. What is a rooster? A male chicken. Okay. Now, there are some things, okay, that do not have, they're called neuter. Now, I'm just going to get a little bit specific here. What happens when you neuter your dog?
Yeah, I'm not saying
It becomes an it, basically, right? Sort of, okay? So, neuter is a word that doesn't have anything. The table. Is that a male or what? Tell me your name again. Ava. Is this a male or a female? Neither. It's neutered. It's an it. Okay? Everybody remembering that? Now there's also indefinite. And here's the difference with indefinite. Teacher. Right? Am I a male or a female?
Female.
Female, but if we just were writing a story and we just said teacher, what could it be? Either. But I have to be one or the other. I can't be an it. I'm a male or a female, so it's indefinite. Everybody following? Okay? I don't care if you don't remember the word indefinite, but I just want you to kind of understand. Now, every language is different. I speak Turkish. Okay? In Turkish, we don't say he or she. We just say O. The letter O. It sounds weird, but that's what they do. It's not weird to them, right? So it says O. So if I'm pointing at Lottie, if I was pointing at Lottie, I would say her, right? In Turkish, I would just say O. And you would gather what I mean by who is being spoken about. Every language does those differently. Okay? If you're taking Spanish, then you're learning about male and female words. But every language does it differently. All right. So let's take a moment, and I want you guys to do this. This is an assignment right now. You're going to do it on your own. In that paragraph, it was not once upon a time. It was precisely the 27th day of January in the year 1849. Take out a pen or a pencil. Hold it up in the air. I want you to go through that passage on your own right now and underline anything that you think is a noun. And if you think it's a proper noun, underline it twice. So everybody do that. Abigail, you just look on with Ella because we don't have a copy for you today. So everybody do it, and then I'm going to give you the answers. So you're going to underline anything that's a noun, and you're going to double underline it if it's a proper noun. Okay, does everybody feel good about that? Not really. Then we're going to work on it together.
Me neither.
So here's what we're going to do. All right. I want you to raise your hand and tell me a noun that you underline. Let's not do any proper nouns. Let's do generic nouns. Noah.
Gold.
Gold. Gold?
Yes.
Gold. Okay. Yes. But here's the, yes. So gold in the start of the sentence is, even though it's capitalized out, does that make it a proper noun? No. Why is it capitalized? Noah?
It's the beginning of a sentence.
Beginning of a sentence. Okay, but wait a minute. I'm confused, Noah. Why is Gold Rush capitalized?
Because it's not the beginning of a sentence.
So why is it capitalized?
Because it's a proper noun.
It's a proper noun. Why is it a proper noun? I thought gold wasn't a proper noun.
Gold Rush is.
Ah, Gold Rush is. Why is Gold Rush a proper noun?
I was talking about the Gold Rush.
It's an event. It's like 4th of July. Good, but you got it.
But I did.
That's what that you didn't. That's okay. That's what we're here for, guys. Learning. Honestly, they say there's no right or wrong answers. There are wrong answers, but it doesn't really matter if you give me one. Okay. The idea of learning, we're learning forever. That's why I love being a homeschool mom. I just keep learning stuff, and I don't know stuff. You're gonna hear me when I read the history. I'm gonna go, I don't know what they're talking about when I'm reading history to you guys online. I'm gonna go look it up. I'm gonna send you all video. I'm learning it with you. Some of this. Okay, I was a high school English teacher, but I was not a high school history teacher. So I'm learning with y'all, okay? So that's why Gold Rush would have 2 lines under it. That was confusing. Okay, raise your hand and give me another noun. Wyatt. No, you, Gideon. I'm trying to get names. Gideon, go ahead. He's like, no, not me.
It.
What else?
It.
It. So where are we seeing it?
It was not once upon a time. Or
Yes,
it.
so it would actually be a pronoun, which we haven't learned about yet, but yes, you are correct, Gideon. Okay, what else?
Month.
Month. Very good. Months. Okay, Zoe, you got one?
I just got everyone that everybody else got.
Okay. Anybody else get a different one?
Yeah.
Year. Year. Also day. Also time. So we have time, day, year, gold, months. Okay? Also, the word, this is a tricky one. What were you going to say, Eliza? Go ahead.
In a brush.
Very good, Eliza. Everybody give Eliza a huge round of applause. That was a tricky one, and you nailed it. Normally, if I'm rushing, is that a noun? What is it?
It's an action verb.
It's a verb. Why is it a noun here? Because it's actually a thing. It's the gold rush. But if they're not writing gold rush, they're just writing rush. That was very tricky. I didn't think anyone was going to get that. Eliza, big bonus points today for Eliza. Very good. That was the hard one. Okay? Now, what are our proper nouns? Well, we already have one. Noah helped us with it. It was gold rush. What else? January? California. Good. Okay? So you guys just learned nouns and proper nouns. Now some of you guys may say, now because remember, this is a 4th through 8th grade class. We're homeschoolers. So some of you might have been like, I do this all the time. I know what these are. Others of you might be like, I don't have a clue what this is. Okay? Doesn't matter where you fall in that. You've got it now. Okay? Now, it then asks me what the gender of the nouns are in the passage. Are any of them male or female? Anybody see a male or a female?
No.
No. Okay? They are all neutered.
That's
All of
so
them.
weird.
They are all objects or ideas. Neither a male nor a female. They are neutered puppies. Okay? All right. I'm sorry. It's just what it is. Okay. Now we're going to learn about something else. We're doing good on time. Personification. Okay. Personification gives human, this is really important that you pay attention to this, it's a good one, gives human characteristics to objects and animals. Okay, now here's how this would work. Look at the example. The wind moaned. Noah, does wind actually moan? No, but we're saying it does, right? So we're treating the wind like it has the ability to moan. Does everybody get that? That's called personification. Here's another example. The wind breathed. The wind spoke. Wind doesn't do that, right? You'll read that in writing a lot. Okay? Here's another example. The sun smiled on the park. Okay, they're doing that because it's boring to say the sun shone. Everybody says the sun shone. So they came up with a better word, but it's actually personification. So what's the word called? Personification. So if on your quiz on Monday, after I gave you the dictation, I said, give me an example of personification, would you be able to do it?
Probably.
But how about you write yourself a note, circle that, and say, Wendy might put this on a pop quiz, personification. Give yourself a little note. I'm going to put that on the quiz. I'm telling you all. On the quiz. Oh, Wendy knocked her water over. I'm the worst with that. I knock that darn water over every time. Okay. So the wind may sound like it moans, but breathing and speaking are human. The sentence could have been written as follows. There is a strong wind, which indicates to everyone that winter is here. But that's boring. Right? So the sun smiled down on our picnic. The leaves danced in the wind. David, is it okay if on your quiz you write the leaves danced in the wind? Yes. You may steal one of these if you want, but you have to have one. Everybody got it? That's going to be on your quiz. Okay, now here's what you're going to do on your own. Right, Wyatt? You got this? What are you going to do on your own?
What you're saying.
Very good. I haven't told you yet. Well done. Okay? So, on your own, we're not going to do this in class today. This will be listed in Google Classroom. Okay? But this week, and I'll make an assignment, and I'll say, oh, you got those workbook pages, pull them out. You're going to do pages 1 and 2. So what you're going to do on 1 and 2, Below are some examples of personification by the Great Horn Spoon. Who read by the Great Horn Spoon? Zoe did. Abigail has. Because we're switching books around in here, so I didn't make you buy 16 books, you may not be reading the book we're doing right now, but you will. Okay? So in the Great Horn Spoon, there's lots of examples of personification. So we're going to do the first one together. Are you ready? We're going to discuss the meaning of each example and the mental pictures that it creates with mom or dad. Me. I'm going to be your mom or dad. For each sentence, name the object that is personified and the human quality that it has. So we're going to do the first one together here. Write it down so when you get home, you go, I know what she's talking about. Good, I wrote that down. Otherwise, I would be totally lost. Okay, so what is the object? Let me get a hand. What is the object in number 1 that it's talking about?
A ring.
Raise your hand. I got Eliza. But otherwise, good. The ring. Okay? Somebody else, so write down the word ring under object. On the bottom there of page 1, write ring, like a ring on your finger. Because it says, a sailor with a gold ring dancing in his ear was filling a lamp with whale oil. Okay? What is the characteristic that the ring is doing that's human-like? Give me get a hand. Yes. Dancing. Ring, dancing. Done. Number 1. You got a point. Everybody got it? So all you're going to do is the rest of those on your own. Not hard. If you have a buddy and you want to do them together, may you do them together? Yes. Do them with your buddy. I'm fine with that. But both of you write them down. If you see me at ballet, you can say, Wendy, or theater, Wendy, help me. And you pull it out and I'll say, yes, let's sit down and do it together. That's great. If you don't understand. If you get home and you can't remember what this is, you do not, here's my goal. I don't want you to have to ask your mom and dad anything about this class. I want to do it. I want to just knock it out of the park. So send me a message. Can you ask your mom or dad? Sure. But you can send me a message and say, Wendy, I forgot. What is personification? And I'll help you. Okay? You can send me a text message on my phone. Okay? Or you can send it through Google Classroom. I will post my phone number because some of you may not have it. Okay, now, here's the other thing you're going to be working on this week, and we're almost out of time. You are going to be writing for me. So, you have been reading about the California Gold Rush in By the Great Horn Spoon. You have not, because some of you did not read that. But I'm going to post a little video that's going to tell you about the Great Horn Spoon's Gold Rush, in case you didn't. Everybody got that? This week, you're going to write a short story about the California Gold Rush. You are going to write it from the perspective of a piece of gold. Okay? Amateur photographers, those are photographers that aren't paid, usually shoot picture from eye level, whatever that may be. Whether they are taking a picture of a mountain off in the distance or a turtle at their feet, they shoot the picture just standing up. Before a professional photographer takes a picture, I know Eliza's mom does some more professional photography. Does anybody else have a parent that does it? Well, Dad's not professional, but my husband is better at it than I am by far. Okay? They study the subject to see which angle will provide the greatest visual interest. Take the turtle, for example. Have you ever seen a turtle? How do you view them?
From above.
From the top. Okay? That's how you would see a photograph of a turtle. But suppose you were to squat on the ground and set your camera in such a way that you could take a picture of a turtle from the turtle's eye level. How about from under the turtle, looking up at it as if it walked by, like it was on a piece of glass and you got to look at it from the bottom, okay? Everybody has heard the story of the gold rush, right? Everybody in here should know what the story of the gold rush is, where all the people went out to California, they wanted to get gold, they wanted to get rich. I'm going to post a little video of it for you, okay? Your challenge is to tell the story in a new and hopefully more interesting way by telling it from the perspective of the gold nugget.
Is Old Yeller, doesn't it involve?
I think it does.
Might.
Yes.
I think it is in there.
I think the dad leaves to go.
I think you're right. Is that what you were going to say too?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, because you guys read Old Yeller. Now, I will...
Check my work.
Huh?
How are you going to be able to check my work?
No problem, Zoe. You and I. We got it. Okay? So, yes. Can you wait 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, because this is important. I don't want you to miss this. Okay? As you tell the gold nugget story, you'll need a personality for your nugget. Give your nugget a human name, human life, and human problems.
I'm naming him Grimace.
Now, if you cannot do a nugget, but you have another idea for something, you may check it with me. If you're like, I hate the gold rush, I just don't want to be a golden nugget, but you have another idea that's really interesting, you may run it by me. Okay, but I want it to be a thing that's actually a little dancing person, right? That you're giving personality to. Everybody got that? Okay, now here's what you do. Gold nugget personified. Writers often use pre-writing to organize their thoughts and to develop ideas. Okay, some of you guys in here might be great writers. Some of you may stink at it. It's totally fine. My job, it often depends. My job is to help you become the best writer you can be. Okay? If you're in my older class, I had Amelia Larson in there. Great writer. Super great writer. Okay? Amelia would get her papers back from me with lines and marks all over it. Then I might have another guy, I won't give you their name, okay? Who was a stinky writer. Probably her brother. No, it wasn't. But she just said it, so I'll repeat it. And he may not have as many marks. Why would I do that? Because Amelia's probably going to go to college and do something with writing and is really, really loves writing and wants to work on it. So I may push you according to your level. Don't worry about that. I want to see how you can write. Do your best. And if you are a stinky writer, that's okay. We are all good at things and bad at things. I am a good writer. I am terrible at math.
I hate math too.
Oh, don't even get me started on math. I cannot do math. Okay, my husband loves birds. Talks about birds and birds and birds. I don't even want to talk about a bird. Okay, I hate birds. I don't hate them. I just don't want to talk about them all the time. All right? So we all have things we're good at. It's okay if writing isn't your good thing. I'm going to help you with it. So you're going to pre-write on this, and then you're going to write your story with 3 and 4. I will give more instructions on that in your Google Classroom. Does everybody get that?
Yes.
But I want you to see that. You will also have some grammar that comes from this that you will see on the Google Classroom. And I will be giving you the lesson on there for that. All right, everybody got it? Okay, don't worry if you miss something or you screw up this week as we're learning. Get comfortable with Google Classroom. Okay? All right, that's it. You're out. Thank you, Miss Emily, for being a great aide. Do you have the, okay, you have that to go. There is a lunch hour. There is a lunch hour. We're just not having lunch. Okay, Zoe, you and I will be in touch about how we're going to submit everything and do everything. You just get it done. It'll be great, okay? I'm coming down. Okay. All right, bye, Zoe.